Hello and welcome to the Dardy podcast, where we explore why it's not something new that we need, but something different. Dardy means grandmother in Hindi, and we draw on her wisdom, the skills of making do, mending and caring for what we already have. In this podcast, we share the stories behind that work, from fashion and sustainability to community, creativity, and quiet acts of change. So, let's start the conversation. Yes, and hello, episode 3 of our podcast, and today I'm with Gemma Broad, who a lot of people will know, and because they've seen you with Vives Pons, I think, haven't they?
Hopefully, that's what I was just saying. Hopefully, if I'm doing my job well enough, people should know me.
They do know you. They do know you. I've known Gemma.
We're thinking 20 years.
We're thinking 20 years, aren't we? Yeah. And it's been I don't know. You're just part of the community. You are part of the community.
I like that. I want to be part of the community.
You are part of the community. What would we do without you?
Oh.
And the first time I met Gemma, I think you turned up at a charity function that I was involved in, and we were cleaning cars, and you turned up with a bucket and a sponge in these sort of mini shorts, right? And all the guys, their eyes were popping out of their heads, and I thought, oh, we could make some money today. Gemma's outside. We did, and it was. I think we did really well that day.
Absolutely, yeah, no, it was a good day. We need to do it again, eh?
We need to do it again. Yeah, we do. So we're sharing coffee. This is our little coffee. Glug.
Amazing donuts as well.
We've got amazing donuts, yeah. Not Dunkin' Donuts,
no,
but just amazing donuts. So we're going to talk today about what the community, how important it is to work within this community, because you're working in a commercial operation. I'm working in an association, and yet we sort of merge together with all sorts of things. So your support has been amazing.
Yeah.
And I know that you are out there doing that sort of work. And well done. Well done on you.
Do you know what? I love doing it. I think you find a niche in what you're good at. And go with it, and luckily I actually do get paid for what I do as well, so and I really enjoy it, so win-win for me.
Yeah. So what are you? What is your job title? So if you had a t-shirt,
if I had a t-shirt,
yeah. What if you had? What would it say?
My little slogan on my t-shirt would be, "I don't network, I collect humans." Do you like that? Yeah, I like that.
Collect humans.
I collect humans. I need as many humans as I possibly can get. Don't like being lonely, you know.
No. I think that's. I don't know what I'd put on mine. Just general dog's body, I suppose. Really, a bit of just do everything. just cover it. Yeah, wherever there's a gap, just send Lauren in there and just to fill it. Yeah, something like that. Anyway.
Yeah, I like that. That's good.
So when did you first realise you were a connector of people rather than just someone who turns up to things?
Wow, do you know?
I love you turning up to things.
I like turning up to things, but I feel like it was like a ripple effect. So people came together naturally around me. Wherever I went, I would actually be with new people, but then see somebody else I'd met somewhere else and sort of connect them. So yeah, I love doing that.
Yeah.
Connecting.
Oh, you're good at it though as well, aren't you? Because you've got the gift of the gab as well.
Thank you. I try. And you learn throughout the years, don't you?
You've never stopped, have you?
No, I can't.
No.
Never.
Do you think you'll ever retire from it?
I don't think I would. I don't think I'd want to. Especially, maybe I'm going to get to the stage where I'll be too old to work, but I definitely want to be helping charities and having a purpose.
I think connecting people together, that is it's what community is about. It's so that we're not sitting out there feeling lonely for ourselves and things like that.
No, and I feel sorry for people who do give up, retire in that sense, then they've got no life. There's so much more after retirement, isn't there?
I think we also, I don't know, back in the day when my dad used to talk about community things. In fact, my husband used to say, when we worked in Snazzaroon, we had the face painting company, he would say, if anybody knocks on my door and they've got in their title, they've got community, workshop, something like that, don't let them in, because these are the people that make things happen.
Yeah.
And you make things happen.
Well, yeah, I mean, the thing is, obviously, I suppose my title would be like promotions and marketing, so it just so happens that I do that in the community.
Yeah.
So, you know, it helps.
So do you lie in bed at night and think, that would be a good idea?
Always.
And then get up the next morning and it's in operation and it's like...
It's that 3 o'clock when you get out of your wee, and that's it, your mind's going 100 miles an hour going, oh, what can we do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. So it's like...
what can we do? Yes.
Yeah.
And there's so many different things that we can do. And you think how many things we've done over the last... Well, I've been here for 25 years now. And it is all community related. So.
Yeah. Definitely. So how did you get started? What was it that made you know, that told you were good at this?
So how I knew...
Earliest memory?
I reckon probably even as a kid in the playgrounds, just getting all the kids together, I suppose bossing people around, because I'm quite good at that, I've been told, you know. Come on. I didn't like people standing around doing nothing, you know, I like to get everybody involved. So it was me going, come on, whether it was like a bit of football or kiss chase or whatever. You know?
Yeah. It's funny that you say that, because that must be a trait, because I can't bear it if people are just standing around.
Oh, what are you doing? Come on, let's get involved.
Yeah, let's do something. And, you know, even, I remember my mum saying to me years ago when I worked for her in her shop, she was like, you know, you might not have anything to do, just look busy.
Yeah.
Just look busy.
That's it.
And you'll keep going.
Look busy. I like being busy, actually, though, to be fair. Like,
yeah.
Like sitting around,
So when people, so you, I know that you for the last few years, you've been doing a lot of networking.
I've been doing the networking brunches for about 11 years now.
11 years.
Yeah,
oh my God.
Really good.
Because networking became that sort of buzzword, didn't it? And it was like, networking, what does that mean? What does it mean, you know?
Well, it does put people off the word networking. And it sounds quite transactional. So, you know, it's not it doesn't sound relaxing. It sounds very formal. And I think it's quite scary, because there's been a lot of times when I've said to people who I know are in business locally, you've got to come along to the business brunch. It's so good for you. There's local businesses that are like, oh no, I couldn't do that. So I want to stand up and talk to people. It's not. It's very relaxed. You know, you're sitting on the table and just chatting like we are now, and you get so much from it. But it is that word, networking.
Because I think in like, say, when I was working and we were in the States and in America, networking was those sort of meetings you had at sort of like 6 o'clock in the morning.
I think they're the B&I ones, aren't they?
Yeah,
yes,
leave me out of that one.
Yeah, no, exactly. No, yeah, absolutely. And I'm obviously they're a lot more relaxed now. And we are in Spain. It's a little bit different. I'm sure in America, whatever they are, probably proper structured and
they're
and
horrible.
You need to bring referrals in and things like that. But it's not like that.
Yeah.
Here. So
they just start early and think they're good for starting.
My one started at 10 o'clock. We're all right. And we just have a nice relaxed breakfast on the first table.
And I've been to some of yours. I've been to some of your networking events, and I can remember coming over to, was it Albia? You did something at Albia. They were lovely. That was a good breakfast over there.
Well, I mean, I don't do the Albia one now because it's not really my area, but I do one in Javier, Moreira and Denia, and I've got some good venues now, so we have a nice breakfast. We get a little... One thing that people do laugh about is when you come, you get your little strip of numbers. So it's a bit like speed dating. But don't worry, it's not speed dating. It just gets you to move around the table.
Maybe it should be. Maybe
I should do one of them as well. It might be worthwhile for myself, mightn't it?
Well, you never know. So you can, you can call in on this. Yeah. No, you can't call in because we're not a radio. This is a podcast.
That would really call in. Come on, put your comments below.
Yeah, just write comments underneath. Yeah, if you want Gemma's speed dating networking event, right? That could be the next thing to look out for. So, over the years and that, have you made a connection with people, or have you seen people connect and you've gone, great, that hadn't have been for our networking?
Absolutely, 100%. I mean, and you hear, next I do a monthly networking meeting, so you hear the following month somebody will say, oh, I met so-and-so and we've done this and we've collaborated, and oh, I love that. Yeah. Absolutely. But it's outside of the networking as well, because the people I meet at the events, it's in my head. So I'm actually out and about in the community, and people are asking me many times if I know somebody who does blah, 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 and because know I've been here for years, generally it would be somebody I'd recommend is somebody I trust.
Yeah.
And have known for a while to know what their work's like. So
so you're sort of a bit like the Gemma Costa Blanca Yellow Pages of love.
Guys,
Does she know anybody?
Guys.
She knows a guy or she knows a gal. There'll be somebody together. But that's what happens, isn't it, when you pull people together?
Yeah.
I do this sometimes, and new people. Yeah, that funny noise is our fridge going
just
on.
went right.
Yeah, it's our fridge. Yeah, but we have to.
I
should have turned the fridge off for.
Fine. Just keeping things
Remind me to do that. We're keeping full. Yeah, the beers are in the fridge. Yeah, and the wine, and the orange juice, and the milk.
That's it. Do not turn it off. It's fine.
There's a lot in there. There's a lot in there.
Yeah.
I forgot what I was going to say now. What was I saying?
So, we're talking about how networking and connecting people
the
together
networking
and how important that is. So it really is important because if you're new here, you don't know which direction to turn in. So, it's all very well. We can all go on Facebook and Google and find recommended businesses in the area, but it's nothing like word of mouth.
No.
Word of mouth is so important, because you've used them yourself or you know a friend who's used them. That's so much more than just looking on Google.
It used to be, you used to go down to the bar and meet a man in the bar and you'd go, I need a plumber, does anybody know one?
Yeah.
And then everybody would put their hands up and go, yeah, I know somebody. And then people started using Facebook and social media. And it became a little bit sad, that, I think, because...
Yeah, you've lost the connection. The only problem is, I think, out here with expats, sometimes the bar thing doesn't work so much because... I don't know.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
It's like...
Yeah. But in some cases it does. In some cases it does. Yeah. But I think for businesses as well, sometimes you're so... And the same with us, an association, that you're so engrossed in what you're doing that you don't have time to talk to other people.
No.
And that's so important because sometimes people come in and I love it in the shop. I love being in a shop situation because people are in and out all day and they tell me their life stories sometimes and they get mine too. But we do make connections.
Yeah.
And I really like that, and I don't think we should lose that. Networking is so important.
No, but like you say about when people come in the shop and that, and I know it a lot with a lot of people I know who've got different businesses. People will come in and they just need somebody to talk to as well. And isn't it nice to be that one where you can? But whilst you're talking, you are learning a lot, not just about that person, but about who they've used just recently. Or
exactly.
Getting the connections from what other people are saying. And it is about listening.
It is about listening, and it's also about feeling inspired and listening to other people's stories and thinking, well, you know what, if she can do it, I could do that.
Yeah,
or I could, and that's important. And I think in businesses in Spain, we need that a lot more. And especially amongst our young kids,
No, absolutely, yeah.
So you now work in PR for Vives Pons.
I am in PR.
Is it PR?
Because I think I've been in sales and promotions and marketing throughout.
All goes together.
It all goes together. So, but I do love the promotion side of things.
So how are they? What are they asking you to do to connect to the community? It's great to see.
Well, no, let's be honest. I was the one who approached them. And
said,
I feel like you need me.
Of course you did, Gemma. Of course you did.
And they were like, "Go on then, let's give it a go and see what happens." But luckily, because I've been here for so long, I do know a lot of people. So I'm kind of like a brand of my own.
Yeah.
And I really haven't flitted from one company to the next. I've always worked for a company which I've believed in and trusted. Yeah. Which is why people believe in me. So obviously approaching them, I sold Vives Pons an advert 20 years ago. And in an English newspaper. So I knew they spoke English and I knew they wanted the expat community. So for me, my role has always been in the expat community, promoting whatever we've been selling before. It was internet and adverts for a newspaper. And this is something that everybody needs because they're accountants and lawyers. Mm-hmm. Everybody needs an accountant. And for me, just moving into a different field, I was struggling a bit to start off with because it wasn't the same as selling a bit of internet. Because whilst I was out promotions, I could sell internet. This isn't me being a lawyer or accountant, and I think that was really important to start off with because people were like, "Oh well, how come you're working for a law firm? Did you get like a law degree overnight?" No, I'm not actually the lawyer or accountant. So don't worry, everyone. I mean, I'm all right with numbers, but I'm not the one who's going to be figuring out your accountant. So we've got a large team in the office. My role is just to actually put the name out there, and I've managed to do it through the community. So this is the thing; it works so well because I do all the social media as well, so I need content. So wherever I get invited,
Yeah.
I go. But I can have my little stand with my leaflets and my pens.
Yeah, and it's very clever of them. It's very clever of them to say, yeah, we need somebody like Gemma, because accountants, as you know, sit behind screens and sit behind figures and and books and pens and calculators and in the tax office. And there's no face. There is no face. And when people have, people are dealing with their accounts and things like that, they do need a human to talk to sometimes.
The other thing
I'm not saying they're not human,
no,
but
what
they do
saying,
need a human.
The big thing for me was initially, yes, my face was on the Vives Pons social media a lot, but then I found it was really important to actually show people in the office as well, to show them, like when Spain won the football the other year, I went through the office with the camera and they're like, because it's normal people, and when the accounts was done, you got Quanco going, yay, end of the accounts season.
You're humanising them.
That's what I'm saying.
You're humanising.
People can see who they're going to deal with. They're nice people. Like you say, they're not boring. They like to like our Christmas party. We always document that on the social media. So we go, oh my god, we like a party. We work hard.
Well, I had lawyers in London when we were working with Snazaroo, and they were wild. Honestly, the parties that they hosted, and I'm thinking, oh, my goodness, these are our lawyers. You know, but everybody needs to let their hair down, and as you say, we need to humanise.
No, it is really important, and I do think that it's done that, because I know I wasn't trained up for social media. This is I've self-taught myself really, but it's the content I'm making, so it's easy enough to put on there. But I've spoken to a few people who are very good at social media, and they've said it's good what you've done, because you managed to get the numbers up. Yeah, because it is fun. Watching videos, you wouldn't watch somebody behind his desk, like you say, just working out a few numbers. No. And I'm trying to help promote other people's events in the community, so it's interesting. Oh, there's that so and so. Daddy's doing another initiative, with the clothes swap.
So with your experience of going around to different businesses, and we are, for us as an association, we want to work with businesses, because that's important. It's all part of community work. And businesses have always been very good. I know when we had our business, we used to do a lot of work with charities, not because we were getting tax relief somewhere, but because we wanted to put back into the community. And I think at the moment with say Dardy being a sustainable, project, there's a lot of companies looking at that and thinking, we need to be seen to be doing something,
good for the environment.
Good for the environment, because people can slag off companies a lot, especially ones that do really well. Because they think they're earning too much money, or and that's not always the case. There's always somebody behind the scenes that's working really hard and maybe thinking, how am I going to pay everybody's mortgages this month? How am I going to keep my staff paid and everything else? And people forget that. It's the same with any kind of business or an association or any project. So bringing the two together. Companies, what can companies do to, in your view?
In my opinion, yes. Well, it's all very...
And how can they help Dardy? Oh no, I never said that. I was going to throw that in at the end. But anyway, we obviously... I'm leading up to this.
You know what it is? It's not... Don't do things for the community. Do them with the community, and that's the thing. It's actually, but it's also listening to what their ideas are, and working out how you can help. You can't help with every initiative. Like we still are just not just, but we are amazing lawyers and accountants. And we've got the Homes Office, but so for me now I've got the two angles which I can actually work with, because we've got the two offices. But there's not everything works in synergy. You can't just put your name out to absolutely everything, and you can't just spend €1,000 here, €1,000 there, because his business sense, you can't be just chucking money.
Well, sometimes it's not always about money.
And it is finding the right projects which suit. I do the Adopt a Dog Day, so people will be like, what's that got to do with Florence again? It's not. It does help 10 charities at the same time. Yes. And it is a lovely thing, because so many people love dogs, and dogs should actually be rehomed. So for me, it's just been something personal, and I've carried it through on the jobs I've done. So it's a nice little umbrella above us that we're helping. But as a business, I really do think that you need to want to be part of it, not just to put your name to something.
Well, and you've got to build trust. It's building trust with the community. Build the trust with the community as a business, and people are going to use you more.
Yeah, I mean, but that's
good
the
for
thing.
business.
With me, a lot of the people I work with, I'm quite happy to help set events up for charities. But I do find some people help more than others. You know, like some people have got like a lot of volunteers, and that helps on a day. You know, sometimes you're doing everything, and you think, I'm doing everything. Like, I'm actually not doing it for my business. I'm helping a charity out. And some people have got ideas towards it and some people haven't. So, you know, it's working with the right people, but as a business, if you want to get into the community, it's not just about what you can get out of it.
Exactly.
Just putting your logo to something. It is about you wanting to be part of it.
So, Gemma.
Yes, tell me. It's going to be a crucial last question, isn't it?
It's going to be a crucial last question. And so I'm going to talk about your work with Vives Pons. You came forward to us and you said that you would want to help us with something, which you did. And we did a sewing machine competition, which was fantastic.
Lovely. And some of the initiative, like the people that did the craft.
Oh,
amazing.
we loved that.
Yes,
we loved that. And but you've been in here, haven't you? So your best outfit. Your best outfit.
Do you know what? I think it's like the vintage stuff, the things that you can't get in a shop. You know, like for me, I can be a bit greedy because you get a bag and you can fill that bag up.
Oh, yeah.
But then that's ridiculous because the amount of times I go home and go, why did I even put that in there? They could be the nice, certain things you can't buy anymore. And that's what I'm saying. You can find stuff in here that somebody's had in their wardrobe for 20 years. They're not wearing it anymore, but that's new to me.
Yeah, that's new to you.
Yes. Yeah. So I must admit, even when I was coming down the stairs to see you today, I was like, 1 minute, whoa. I had to look at
what's that green dress?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There's some good stuff in it.
Yeah, I mean, people find good stuff and they find bad stuff as well, but it's training people to think about revaluing our clothes again, and I really like that. And it's not and it stops people buying fast fashion. Yeah, which is what we want.
Well, that's the aim, isn't it? Really, and I'm one of the worst. We're all just as bad. So
yeah,
it's
we've
like
all
we
done the same thing.
To blame for it.
Yeah.
It's just retraining your brain to know. I mean, I love a charity shop. This is obviously this is different because what I'm saying is like years ago, I never would have thought about going in, and it's only because I've been doing work with different charities that I've gone into the shops. I might be standing there waiting to see something and go, oh, that's nice. Then why would you pay full price for something when, obviously, as long as there's somebody with the same style and size as you that's going into that one place, sometimes you can find loads of things.
I know.
And it's so nice to know that it's
and you can find crazy stuff as well that you'd never wear normally and think, oh, just take that because it's a laugh. I'll wear it on Saturday night and then bring it back again.
Well, that's what I mean. I bought a lot of stuff like so I do like recycling it.
Yeah, she does recycle. She takes a bag and then brings stuff back and then changes it round again. But that's what we want. That's what we want. That's the idea. Gemma, thank you so much. It's been a great chat. And you can finish the doughnuts if you like.
Thanks. I'm going to take one home for the little one. Thank you.
And we'll catch up really soon.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Okie dokie. Thank you.
Thanks so much for listening to the Dardy podcast. For more about our clothes swaps, community projects and slow fashion movement, head straight to dardyfoundation.com. You can also follow us on Dardy Clothes Swaps on Facebook, on Instagram and on TikTok. See you next time.